Hello everybody, I'm Ramsis.
And I'm the Vespor.
We're here for another edition of Vesper's Retro Reviews as we look back at fighting games, part of our Season 4 Retrospective. And we've got an interesting one for you. I wouldn't say it's a classic game, I wouldn't say it's the best game. Not even a great game, but it's a memorable game. Yes, and we do look at memorable games here on our Fighting Retrospective because we don't want to look at just everything's amazing. We want to show you what was out there during the retro period. And this was a very interesting one. It's called Justice League Task Force, and we're going to play the Super Nintendo version.
That's right. Now, this game came out June 1995. And the best part about this was, it's the Justice League, and it's the Justice League of yore. Wonder Woman doesn't carry a sword with her or a shield. Superman still has his mullet, and the Dark Knight still wore gray, blue, and yellow.
Yes, so it has a very limited roster, and that's due to the game's memory limitations. They wanted to add a lot more to this game, but unfortunately, all we get are Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Arrow, Superman, and Batman, and that's it. But they have a lot of bosses in it. They have Cheetah, Despero, and then, of course, the big bad, which is Darkseid. So it's a nice little roster, but it's Super Nintendo / Genesis, so it is restricted on what they can really do. But you know they wanted to add a lot more than this. I mean, where's Robin? Where's Martian Manhunter? And
Where's the Green Lantern for that matter?
That's right, Green Lantern. Wait, Green Arrow, no Green Lantern? That doesn't make any sense. So yeah, very limited. We only get 6 out of the amazing 12 or 15, however many members there were back then. But it's still a fun, memorable game. And why did we pick this? Because this is one of those games, every time you walked into Blockbuster, you saw this sitting there on the shelf, right? Am I kidding? Every time it was like, oh, Justice League Task Force. Oh, you get to play as any of the DC heroes. Well, that has to be a fun fighting game, right?
Yeah, you rent it once, and then it has the downfall of all games that had good graphics, good story, and simple to do moves. And that is bad controls. If you can't do your special moves, then you might as well not play it, because that's the fun of a fighting game.
Yeah, exactly. This game sort of sold itself as, oh, well, you played Street Fighter, now played Street Fighter with DC heroes. And they pretty much use the same moves as the Street Fighter game, but this is done by Sunsoft and released by Blizzard on the Super Nintendo and published by Acclaim. But Sunsoft made the game, and they're not known for their fighting games. And while they wanted to do the moves right, they're not the programmers of a fighting game, so it doesn't work right. I'm sure they meant to have it happen right, but for some reason it just doesn't work right. When you're doing the same moves you do in Street Fighter that are in this game, it's not working. And that's the problem with this game, and a lot of people had that problem with this game.
Although there are a few reviews back then that pointed out there wasn't enough moves, but if you actually compare this to Street Fighter 2, unfortunately, Street Fighter 2 came out much earlier than this. They actually had about the same move sets, about 4 special moves per character, so
I guess the problem is we're using superheroes, and with superheroes you want more than just, oh, super this and super that. You want them to do their whole arsenal of moves, but again, we're limited. What do you want from a Super Nintendo / Genesis game? This is what you get. So I'm not upset with that. I think the moves are fine. I think it's just the controls and the choppiness of the game and the lack of story. It's a very simplistic story. It's kind of silly, actually, and we'll get into that in a bit. That's the limitation of the game, but it had such potential, and I like the idea of using DC heroes in this way. I think the game had the idea, but it's Acclaim. What do we expect, you know?
So basically, what we're going to do today is we're going to beat the game on story mode, so you can see what this wonderful task force is about that the Justice League put together with some of its members.
Yeah, and I think that says everything. There's not much to really talk about the game. It's just one of those, everyone rented it, you were then disappointed, and then you didn't own it. So yeah, you would only buy it if you were the biggest DC fan, and I wasn't. I will admit I was more of a Marvel fan back then, so yeah, I wasn't going to buy this. But I played it, and I got my use out of it, and then I gave it back and never played it again. But it's one of those, I think everyone's going to recognize this game once we start to play.
Oh, absolutely. Because you probably forgot about it. Because you've seen with all these wonderful demos, the moves are going off. It looks fantastic, except for the fact that you won't be able to do those moves, even though they're simple.
Yeah, the computer has zero problem doing any of these moves, and that's, of course, how it always is. Player, though, it's going to be a different story. But I think we said enough. They show you a little story about each character as if we don't know who Batman is here. I mean, we know who Batman is.
Alright, so let's go ahead, boot it up, and see what we can do.
Alright, so this are the options you get. You get story mode, which is what we're going to play. Battle, which is without the story mode, and you can use the extra characters in the game. Versus is you go against a friend, options. You tweak the options. We don't need to do that. It's on the default. We try to play default settings for the game.
But in here, you just get to choose your difficulty and what buttons you want to do.
Yes, and that'll be it. So we'll do story mode. We promised you story. We're going to do story. Here we go. As I will always mention in every fighting game we do, because it's very important, we are not professionals here. We're not experts, and we're not claiming to be experts in this game. This is not going to be a pro run. This is not going to be Ramsis destroys this game in 2 seconds. This is going to be 2 retro fans having fun playing this. So please remember that when you're watching this. This is just for fun and to look back at the game.
And that's right. I mean, we're doing this so you can get the story and see the feel of the game.
All right, I think we're ready to finally get into this.
And here's the wonderful story, folks.
Darkseid declares war on Earth. All right, so here's the players we got here. Aquaman, Batman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, and Superman. Now, we practiced with everybody, and I'm going to go with The Flash, because I had the most fun playing as The Flash. I wish you could run circles around everybody. It's not that type of Flash. You're just going to be able to do some standalone moves. So it's a little limiting, but I think The Flash is a fun character. We'll try. What's his story here? Darkseid's opening attack on Earth took the whole world by surprise, but that alien fiend's plan won't go unopposed.
By the way, this is the same opening for every...
And if Earth is to be spared, being turned into a planet of slaves, I'm going to have to act fast. No, it's not the same, he said.
Oh yeah, well the first part's...
I'm going to need the help of the entire Justice League.
So as you can see, the very first screen is normal, and then they add little tidbits for the Flash and other things, but it's a very generic story. But
here's Mullet Superman.
So you're asking yourself, why is the Flash attacking Superman if he's trying to get his help? Well, Superman manned up and said, if you want my help, you gotta prove you're stronger than me. Actually, no, it's part of the story, but...
we'll find out. We're not going to give it away. There is a reason why we are fighting our team members who we enlisted the help of. Need your help, Superman. Well, you have to fight me first. Is that what the story is? Well, let's see.
Well, here's the question I ask you is, you see Daily Planet in the background, but if you look at all the comic books, it's at the very, very top of the building. So that means you're fighting on a planet... are you fighting on... building next to the Daily Planet?
I don't know. You know, it is a little weird now that you mention it. Oh,
Of course he is. He's Superman. Careful, he's going to do the dive attack. I mean, the AI in this is actually very predictable. They will always, and I do mean always, attack down at you if they're flying. They will not cancel the...
Oh, no, absolutely not. So you got to always be in defense mode. That's another thing of this game. You're always going to be defending a lot because the computer has, like, programmed AI and it's going to do all these crazy things over and over and over and over.
Yeah, and don't forget, this is the easier hero. I guess it's different for every hero because when we tried out Aquaman, the first bad guy was not Superman.
Oh, it just random. I think it's random. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I like that. I guess that was a shoulder throw. That was one hell of a shoulder throw, too.
Yeah, also.
Oh, yeah, don't get caught in that. That's absolutely horrible. As you can see, look how good the AI is. It just sits there and immediately does a low punch.
Oh, I got the everything.
Yeah, and just melted your head off. So there you go. Look at this, folks.
Hey, turn into Bizarro for a second. Alright, so that was...
Oh, and he's exploding!
Wow. So it's a fake Superman. Oh, well, that makes sense, but it's not the real Superman.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not the real Superman, because the real Superman's
would have killed me in 2 seconds.
Yeah, thank goodness.
This is insanity. Why would a Justice League member attack me for no reason?
You should be asking...
the explosion might have...
Yeah, I mean, he exploded before your eyes.
I better go talk with another member of the Justice League and find out if they... I mean, this is silly. You saw the thing explode. You know that's not the real Superman. Unless you think of that strong Flash. I go...
Well, it's a deeper story than Street Fighter 2. I'll give it that.
Right, you don't just say, fight me next time.
So how'd you get to the bottom of the ocean there, Flash?
I don't know. I guess it's an elevator. But he fires water out of nothing.
That's right.
Oh.
But I mean, here's the thing about this game. For a Super Nintendo fighting game, it looks pretty good. The animation is actually not bad. And the sounds and the moves have their own indicators and sounds, so I'm happy with that. Now, The fact they don't have a gigantic move list is not exactly a damning thing for me.
Oh, he tried me.
Like, if you look on the Wikipedia of this game, they'll talk to you about the scores from past reviewing places. And in all honesty, I'm not one of those people that needed a lot of moves. You played Mortal Kombat, you don't have that many moves.
No, moves is not a complaint. I mean, the problem is you're playing a superhero, so you want all these crazy moves that the superheroes can do. But what do they really do? I mean, they do the same stuff that superheroes do. They each have a power and they have an ability. That's what...
Yeah, and I can understand you wanting some different variations, maybe. Like a tornado on the ground, one going up. I see what you're saying. I'm not blind to this. I played plenty of fighting games back in my day. But I grew up on Street Fighter 2, so that's the lens I look at fighting games as. Because you had Ryu, which was my favorite character. You had your Hadouken, Shoryuken, and I forget the name of the roundhouse kick where he went across the screen. Those were his 3 moves.
There we go.
So Ramses, what was the name of that where he did the roundhouse
I don't know. I had a long Japanese...
Yeah. I can remember Chun-Li's name for it, like the Morning Glory kick or whatever it was, wasn't it?
Spinning bird kick.
Spinning bird kick. But that being said, those were the moves. But maybe they're referring to the fact that the moves isn't the special moves, it's just the standard move. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
There we go. Take it to Aquaman. You know what's kind of funny? What Aquaman should have done is just break that glass and drown you.
Well, yeah, but robots suck.
Well, they're definitely playing like a robot.
Yeah. The moves are hard to get off. That's the problem with this game.
He is right. These moves are extremely hard to get off, as you can see.
And they're not hard. They're supposed to be just, you know, Street Fighter standard moves, but it's not working. It just doesn't work.
That's right. So if you play this game, the more you try to do the moves, the more you're going to get punished. So now Ramses will now play to win. Instead of trying to just do a quarter turn forward and punch. That's the move he was trying to get off, folks.
That's it. Just a regular fireball, and it does not work. And it's not the controller, because we tested the Street Fighter. Street Fighter will play
I use my PlayStation 1 controller.
Yeah. This is the game. It's just programmed really badly.
And I'm sure if you watch a lot of other gameplays of people trying to beat this game, you're going to notice that they probably don't use too many special moves on it. For example, I tried playing as Aquaman because I liked his moveset the best. And guess what? He would, about every other one, get the right feed back on it. And Ramses here, as you've seen in some of his other gameplays, can play Street Fighter with the best of them. So we know it's not the player. The problem exists in the actual program itself.
Yeah, it's the controls are so finicky. You have to be exactly right with these movesets or they're not going to work. And even then, it's like, are you sure you did it right? It'll work, maybe it won't.
Yeah, do you remember Aquaman being that nice ranged character in any game?
No, Aquaman's always up front. Later.
Yep, and this is the Aquaman, by the way, folks, if you haven't figured it out, right before he loses his hand and puts the trident on it.
Yeah, this was the 90s. We're getting edgy now.
Very edgy. But that's the problem with this game. You see here, Ramses just having used the old Street Fighter 2 movesets. None of this lets you use the moves to set up combos. It's just, I gotta get close and do my thing.
Yeah.
Because with Aquaman here, he's just going to apparently blast you. He's like the Ryu, the Ken, and the Sagat of this game.
Look at all the clipping in this.
Oh, yeah. But don't forget, they said that was a problem, too. By the way, we also did some research on this game. And believe it or not, the version that you'll play against, if you there are tournaments of this, is a beta version of this.
Yeah. Because that was a little less buggy than this.
And it also had to do with the knockback, too. Oh, can you do it? Can you do it? Oh!
Pulled that out of someone.
As you see, you have to play totally different when you're playing this game. You can't use your moves to set things up, which we'll get to a lot of people. That's why it's not a great game.
No, it's good, but the controls do stink. And unfortunately, that's how it is. Alright, so let's say the story. 2 Justice League members attacking outposts. What's happened to them?
Well, they blew up Flash before your eyes and showed robots.
They're supposed to be heroes like me. There must be a member of the Justice League somewhere that can explain what's going on. Well, if Robin was in this game, I think Robin would be fine.
I think Ramses here's rooting for Robin because he's my sidekick.
It's Batman. Well, speaking of Robin, here's Batman.
Do you know how fast the Flash would beat up a robot Batman? It would be ridiculous.
It wouldn't even be a con.
I have a feeling you're not going to beat Batman in the air.
How fast is the Flash in the air? Is he just...
Well, he's got to be running. If he's not moving at the time, he just can't. I don't think he can run in the air.
I wonder. Well, you comic experts let us know. Is Flash able to jump and move fast while he's airborne? Yeah.
Well, I'm certain there's going to be comics where he does do it, but you're going to be like one every like year, maybe, if that, because superheroes aren't fun if they can do everything. There has to be weaknesses for it.
Oh. That's why I hate it somehow.
There we go. That apparently is Flash's strongest move, shoulder throw. Just stay back, you got this.
Batman, look at it, he's like, what?
That'd be funny if you got a victory like that again, he just stays there and then just explodes. He's like, oh, Batman.
Batman.
Boom! I mean, the background's actually cool here, folks, because the gargoyles are like, looks like they're alive.
Yeah, and it has breakable objects.
And by the way, this is Gotham, folks. Oh, look, there's a building on fire in the background.
Yeah, that happens every time.
I love the fact that Gotham actually looks like the worst place on planet. It's like if you took all the big cities, took what was worse about them, and threw them into one city. Imagine taking like LA, Chicago, New York, and San Francisco, and take the worst things they have to offer and put them in a city. Bam, here you go, Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham is... Oh, I get the best now. I'm the new Batman.
No, you didn't say it right. Say it right. Flash... Oh, that's not good.
That wasn't a real Justice League member any more than the others were. Something has happened to the real heroes.
Gee, Darkseid attacked the planet. I wonder what happened.
I can only hope the same thing hasn't happened to the rest of it. So yes, 3 times we'll keep trying this. We'll go to this well, you know, a few more times and hope for the best. Yeah.
Yep, and that means, guess what? You're going to be facing Wonder Woman or Green Arrow.
It is the Green Arrow. All right. Oh, look, we have nature in back of us. A giant wolf and...
Elk.
Yeah, an elk.
And
a raccoon.
Or a reindeer. I think it's a reindeer, actually. Yeah. I love the fact that Flash can't dodge the arrows.
I know. Flash would be faster than a bullet, faster than...
Remember, the only way to beat Flash is how Batman does it and throw marbles down on the ground so he can't run.
Those take away his oxygen.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty about comics. They'll think of some pseudo-scientific reason. Yeah. Because superheroes, by their very nature, break all the rules of science and physics and chemistry. So, you can really make up just about any doggone thing you want to. I wonder why he goes bleh when he throws them. It's like, Flash, are you afraid to touch the Green Arrow?
There you go, super. Looks like, huh?
I like the beaver. And the bear's like, I'm going to eat you, beaver. And the beaver's like, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
He's not even looking at you. He's like, what's over there? Squirrel!
I heard someone go...
I like the fact that the lynx is almost as big as the wolf.
I know. It's like, wow, what type of forest is it? You know what forest is it?
Yeah, I love the fact that he's in the forest and he's not really even associated with the forest.
I know. It's like, we need a background for Green Arrow. Oh, put him in the forest because, you know, Robin Hood and all.
Yes, he did train in the forest and all that. Yes, he can fight in the woods, but come on now. If you read the Green Arrow, where was 90% of his battles? It wasn't in the trees.
I don't know. Where was that?
I was in the city.
Oh.
And if you watch the DC show, it was actually kind of a mix. But he was like killing people in that one.
Oh, well.
No, it's not. That was Merlin, like in the show. He was the killer.
Won by the time.
I wonder if you'll explode if you lose. Are you actually a robot,
I wonder if I'm a robot fighting against the other robots thinking I'm the Flash. That'd be an ironic twist.
That'd be amazing. I love the fact that
Wow, he's just doing
these things
fine.
are so powerful that they cause the screen to You know, you're doing like the Mortal Kombat moveset. Jump in, hit, and then low kick. Because it's the only thing that works in this game.
Oh. Look at that. I just gotta do a move and it does a weird...
Take that, Green Arrow. By the way, I take it that if you guys like ranged people, you probably want the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Although Aquaman's probably a little bit better because he has a couple of closing moves so you can beat the crap out of him.
Whoa.
Take that! You touched an arrow. The Green Arrow.
Oh, he exploded.
Oh no, Flash, are you going to be surprised?
What is going on here? I don't understand.
Well, they're not real.
They're not...
Only took it twice for them to realize it.
Another fake hero. Whatever is going on. I'm betting that Darkseid's behind it. What is this?
Oh, this writing is a 10 out of 10.
Anything else would be too much of a coincidence. But I can't give up hope now. Maybe Wonder Woman will.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so
Well, the sad thing is, technically, she's like the $6 million woman, you know?
Oh, so this was Thin Wonder Woman.
Well, yeah, like, she skipped leg day.
I know.
If you look at this.
Yeah, it's like Chun-Li, she's not.
Well, I also like the fact that they're on the Isle of the Amazons, and technically...
Yeah, how can I, as a man, how can I be young?
I don't know, Batman went there all the time, but he's the,
Well, Batman, you can't...
Is Batman.
Yeah, you can't keep Batman. Oh, you should reflect it.
That would be a very powerful ability. I'd love to see her deflect the arrows back at Green Arrow. That'd be amazing.
Haha, yourself.
Ha!
That's just like, no, that was a good one. Plus to Flash, I mean. I don't think the Flash could be Wonder Woman. She would just be like...
Well, round 2. Believe it or not, you're not having too much trouble with her. Wow, that was one hell of a throw. Superman be proud of you.
Uh-oh.
I don't think you need to keep throwing stuff, and you can tell that Ramses here has messed up a few of his moves. Just a few. That's it, punch her. You got this.
Trying to do a rapid punch. If you push punch rapidly, he's supposed to do like a E-Honda type fit.
That's right. He doesn't. He has a Chun-Li kick. Yeah, except as a punch.
Yeah.
But it's not really that impressive.
Alright, so let's see what he finally figured out here. It appears as if Earth's salvation is in my hands. So Flash is the hero we never knew.
Flash is the hero we need, but didn't have.
On my own against Darkseid, and I know just where to start to find him. So why didn't you go there first?
I wonder if he's going to go to Cheetah. I wonder if that's the first one. That'd be absolutely freaking hilarious.
I know where to find him. In Africa, right?
Yeah, if it's Cheetah. Is that?
Oh no, it's the Sparrow. So we're on a ship.
All right, so thank God it actually did something.
They picked us up, I guess. Wow.
Yeah.
See if we move.
Well, at least there's aliens, so you know you're on a ship.
Something out of a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, kind of funny. I kind of like the 4-armed space elf chick. It's pretty cool. This is definitely a bad place.
Whoa, he just pounded.
I like how there's all kinds of sizes and shapes. I'm more interested in what's behind you than what's happening to you. Although I would say you're going to need to do something here to fix it soon. He's actually fighting how you fight. Oh, you got so lucky that I
kept jumping into my punches.
Yeah. Where are the two little dwarf things here? They're like, hey guys, yeah.
I don't even know how we got on this ship. I know where to find them. Next scene, we're on a outer space ship. All right, well.
So you ran through space, Flash? Is that what you did?
I guess so. I mean, Superman, I can't believe can get. Oh, that actually. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I'll get over there.
Oh, never hits.
I like that little weak kick of his. I'm just going to reach out and kick you in the shin. That was a cool sound effect where it's... You know, I think you've actually only hit like that move twice the entire game.
I know.
From like the 400 times you tried to get to go off right. There you go.
Wow. It looked easy, but it wasn't.
He's just got to keep on trying. Oh, look, it's like almost like a female predator. You see the thing cannon on her shoulder, the plasma cannon?
Oh, let's see what he says there. You're nothing but Darkseid's pawn, Vespor.
I wonder if he's even used it anymore. I don't think he is.
Not the truth. Where is Darkseid? And what has he done with the Justice League? I was left here to tend to a spaceship while prepared for an attack on Earth.
So you found Darkseid's ship?
Darkseid confides in only one other of his servants. Cheetah is the Darkseid's.
This is going to be hilarious. It actually is.
So we're back on Earth now. Yeah, so Cheetah back in Africa.
All right, guys, I don't know much, but I would almost be willing to take a bet that Cheetah is not a servant of Darkseid.
Oh, look at all the lions, though, Vespor. Look at that.
Yeah, and there's cheetahs, lions.
Wait, they wouldn't be hanging out together. And a leopard, too. This is not a big cat convention here. What is it?
Obviously it is, because, you know, it's Cheetah. She's a cat girl.
So she can talk to all big cats?
I guess.
Is that her story?
Well, hey, there's an actual lion. She's like, hey, man, what's going on?
The lion's eating my head.
Yeah, that's the Flash. It's like, nom, nom, nom.
He's eating my shoulder. Ow, ow, ow.
The lionesses are like, don't do that. That's the Flash.
You like the Flash?
Yeah, but guys, like I said, whoever did this did not at all once consult freaking DC about Cheetah's loyalties.
Cheetah, do you work for Darkseid now? Of course, I've always worked for Darkseid.
You're not strong enough to even be noticed by Darkseid.
He wouldn't care about you, yeah. I mean, you're a cool character. I like the Cheetah, but it's not Darkseid worthy.
Oh, I know. It makes you wonder if, like, this Cheetah was, like, a gateway for introducing folks to, like, furrydom, you know?
I don't know. It does make you wonder.
But the only thing I can't get over is the fact that those are actually a good moveset that Cheetah has, but I still can't get it over. She doesn't work for Darkseid ever!
Well, let's see what she said. You're not who I want, Cheetah. Darkseid is the real threat. Tell me where he is.
Oh, so she saw him walking by.
I have nothing to fear from even you. Go to Darkseid. Engage him in battle, but you will not survive.
Clearly, at this point, like, what was Cheetah doing? She's in the middle of Africa.
Here's Darkseid. I did not think that you for the robot to which I replaced your fellow justice. I love how you're saying the whole point.
Well, that's called monologue.
But I have one more adversary awaiting you. More powerful than you imagine. Who, you?
Who, you? Not me, you.
You?
No, I'm you.
So who is it? Who is it? Who is this powerful? No, it's me. It is you. It's you, me.
That's right. Now you're going to get to see what the Flash can actually do whenever he can do your moves on command.
The computer uses.
Oh, by the way, folks, little fact here. During the 90s, they did make a wonderful little Flash show, and we got to meet the actor of it, who was the Flash at one of the conventions.
That's right. It was very cool, actually.
But I'm quite certain that he would tell us that, you know, Cheetah never worked for Darkseid.
You think so?
Wow, it's like all the problems with this game, the thing that's you're going to get caught up in is the fact that Cheetah is a lackey of Darkseid. Would Cheetah send you to die against Darkseid? Oh, heck yes.
Oh,
no
yeah,
question.
Now, why is Flash fighting in an Inferno here?
You're on Apocalypse.
Oh, so this is just because...
So you went from Africa to Apocalypse. Boy, these stages make no sense.
How do we get here?
Ran through a portal?
Oh, you got the move.
Ooh, ah, ooh, 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 ah. Acclaim! I love the fact there's always a heart monitor on everything. Look like behind the fake flash. It's like, whose heartbeat is it monitoring? Ah, yeah, that teleport.
How do you like your move on you, huh?
That wasn't the teleport move he was.
Oh, that was it.
So, beat a robot. Yes, Hollywood. This is what you have to fear: is AI. Yes.
Trust me. Plan shall not be
Thwarted.
I have conquered. Serve as base for.
You literally just destroyed one military base. Just one.
I will destroy you with.
Well,
Look how big his hand.
well, Darkseid was somebody that could only have been beaten by Superman.
Yes. Man
Literally.
had trouble beating him. All right, here we go.
Well,
Let's
this
see how
isn't
it
like
ends up.
this looks like toddler freaking Darkseid, because Darkseid's supposed to be like twice as big as a man. You know?
Yes.
Be careful here, because this might be another Igor.
I don't.
You're like wondering, folks, what's he mean by Igor? Well,
I don't.
or Idol, sorry, not Igor, but Idol is one of those end bosses for some of these games. In the case of one we're referring to, that was Killer Instinct, and you could kill him with literally just weak punches. However, I don't think that's going to work on this one. There we go. That was close.
That was close. That was nice.
Like I said, because your super moves don't work,
No, you just gotta get up close.
and hope that your moves actually hit and land and do something.
Oh, I blocked.
Oof. Well, it's not going to be a flawless victory if he does win, so that's a good thing. I love the fact that you're just, like, actually able to do something to Darkseid instead of just instantly get killed.
I know Darkseid would kill Flash in every corner.
Well, he can. Remember, his Omega Beams never miss.
Flash wouldn't.
I mean, he could keep running, but they would never stop chasing him. So the instant he stopped, he would die. Take that. Now you need to play it smart and beat him. It's like you need to get in his face or something. I don't know. Oh, that worked. There you go. Yeah, you just want to stay on the defensive with. He is like a idol or a freaking.
Oof. Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Well, it's not too. There you go.
Wow.
Like I said, it's a boss fight. Oh, here we go. You're still in it. Oh, keep throwing. Keep him away. Oh, wow.
Oh, that was tough. Alright, let's do it. Not easy, folks. There's control suck in this game, but it's still beatable. So.
I would like to have seen Darkseid just suddenly start exploding. That wasn't the real Darkseid.
It's over, Darkseid. Earth is safe, and you'll pay for what you did to that missile base. Missile base. That's what this
You
is
attacked one base, and it was a military, and it wasn't a city. That. And we'll do it.
Oh, look! You get a picture of everybody standing in front of a monument of some sort.
Yep, that's to the Justice League, right there.
Whether together or alone, nothing can defeat the Justice League Task Force. Let's get moving. I don't even know if it worked here.
I know, I love how
right,
everybody's like, we helped.
We did it! That's like, what? You didn't do anything. So that's what you get if you beat it on regular difficulty. Just, congratulations, pretty much. And, yeah, we did it. Then you get a credit scroll.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, God, folks. Not that good. So they show you all the backgrounds from... Oh, look, and you see the stained glass window.
Oh, absolutely. Now, like, this was just a fun thing to play and to remember. And you know what? I'd say it's pretty worth it to have done that because you get to see all these nice backgrounds.
The end. That's right.
That's a classic ending right there. The end.
All right, so now let's do our happy recap. Now that we've beaten this thrilling adventure here, Justice League Task Force. What's to say of the game? Great idea, terrible execution, I guess. I mean, the storyline is a little silly. The controls are horrible. What else? It's limited. You know, it's like you beat it once, then what else are you supposed to do? There's just like no replayability in this game either, isn't it?
It's artificially harder than it should be because you can't do your moves. That's the problem with this game. If you could do your moves, it's actually played almost exactly like Street Fighter 2 in a lot of ways. What Ramsis is doing was what I did a lot with Ryu in Street Fighter 2, which came out years before this.
Yeah, if this played more like Street Fighter 2's controls, it would be better. But even though it's set up with the same exact movesets from Street Fighter characters, it doesn't play that way. And that's on Sunsoft, Acclaim, Blizzard, whoever was behind the actual creation of the control sets on this. That's the problem with this game. The controls worked, I think this game would have been fine. Great? No, I don't think I could ever say this is a great game, but I could have said it's a good game. But now I could just say it's an average game because the controls just...
Yeah, after all, the game's graphics, as we mentioned before, not terrible for 1995 on the Super Nintendo. Had some music. It wasn't the best music, but it was still there. They gave each move some sounds. They got a good plethora of sounds from the characters. Story, very basic, but I'll tell you what, it's still a better story than Street Fighter 2 because when you beat that game, there is no story.
No, it's just, oh, Eliza, let's go home, or oh, I'm a family man now, or oh, well, let me dance with Gorbachev. I mean, those are the endings. So the only real thrill of the game is if you buy it, get really good at the game by just really mastering it, and you can, but I don't know how much time you'd want to invest in. This is a good weekend playthrough. It's fun. Hey, that was fun using the superheroes from DC, and then you move on with your life. So it's not memorable. It's that wonderful average in the middle of the road type game.
I agree with Ramses. This is a very middling game. It's gettable. It doesn't push the envelope. But for a Friday or Saturday night, and you're looking for something to do after school, I'd say it's worth the $2 to $3 to rent the game that it was.
Yeah, exactly. And that's probably why you always saw this at your local video store. That was the exact reason. This is what this game was made for. All right, just stay tuned for our final tally. We'll give you the screen. And don't forget, every month it's going to be a different 2D fighting game from Retro System. So we're already on number 7. We're already getting there, folks. We're going to do 12 for this Season 4. This is our 7th game. And then don't forget, when we're done with all these games, we will do our retroception where we look back at the entire series we did before we move on to the next. This is one of those, wow, it had superheroes in it. And you don't see that much. Like now you'll see games that have superheroes all over the place from Marvel, DC, etc. But back then, this was rare. You did not see games like this. You had Marvel vs. Capcom, which came out around this time, but a little later. This was like, wow, a fighting game with superheroes. It was very important to show that, yes, this was the first attempt to try to get that right in video game format. And did they get it right? No, but they did a good attempt, and I'll give them that. We'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining us again here on Vespor Retro Reviews, our look back at 2D fighting games for Season 4. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it. We have some more classic games. They're not all going to be mid-level. We have some good stuff coming up. So we're trying to save some of the better ones for last to keep you watching, and hopefully you guys are. And of course, to keep you guys watching, don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe, and
ring that bell so we can bring you a lot more where this came from. Check out our playlist. Check out our other games in this fighting retrospective. You're not going to miss it. And also don't forget to check me out on Ramsis Retro Long Plays, where I do long plays of all different types from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, retro type long plays. Hopefully we'll see you there as well. All right, I think we'll leave it at that. We'll see you all next time, Vespor. And no, we'll see you all here next time on Vesper's Retro Reviews. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.